Stuff.io has a big goal to onboard 1 million users this year. In the last Wednesday wrap-up, where they talk about all their IT developments, they talked in particular about scalability. Because, hey, you cannot onboard 1 million users if your website cannot handle them. So today, I want to look at this goal, where they are now, what they need to get there, and will they get there? Let's dive in. Okay, so this was shared at the beginning of the year by Josh, who is now a World Ape apparently. Okay, let's onboard 1 million users. This is the overarching goal, but there are other goals in there. Come on board, like onboarding large publishers, creator portal, and so on. I was thinking how to determine where they are at now. So I decided, okay, first of all, what is a user? I would say that a user is someone who holds an asset. Because if you just are subscribed to the newsletter, okay, you know about stuff and book, but you're not a user per se, because you have nothing to do in the app yet, or no content to access. So I was like, okay, let's look at the apps and how many downloads they got. The book.io app, 1K downloads. The stuff.io app, 500 plus. I'm not sure if this gets updated when there are new updates, like if it starts from scratch again or how it works exactly. But okay, 1K users, I can definitely see it. The other thing I tried to look at is, okay, we have the Gutenberg Bible, which is the main asset, and per tab tools, there are 2.5K owners. So I think this is a very reasonable starting point, that at the moment there are 2,500 users. Do they use the app every day? No idea, probably not. But at least on paper, they match the definition that they hold an asset. FYI, I tried to look at Charles token as well, thinking that it would have a wider distribution. It doesn't. So, okay, this is where we are now. Then, how do they get to 1 million users? And there's a big part about marketing and brand recognition. And this year they're working really hard to be very visible. I think here we have 20 different events about music, publishing, movies, where they show up. Some events are more, I would say, industry focused, meaning that they will meet with content creators, and some others are more open. I'm thinking, for instance, at Rare Evo, it is blockchain specific and there's a lot of crypto enthusiasts going there. So that's the first thing, that every month, I mean more than every month, multiple times a month, since May until November, they're always somewhere, always touring, getting to know people, trying to onboard people. So there's a big push from the marketing side. And I agree that they should show up to those conferences with content creators, because we need content before we onboard people. It's a bit of a chicken and egg thing. Like if you're a new user, you come in and there's no content, then, well, you don't buy anything. But if you're a creator and you see that hey, there's no content, so there's no audience, so who are you gonna sell it to? No, someone has to take the first step in there. So that's the first thing. Then they were talking during the Wednesday wrap-up about the fact that they redid the minting contract for EVM. So here, let me explain. EVM basically means Base and Ethereum and Polygon, but why Base? Because that's where it's cheap to mint and they can mint a lot. And this is the prerequisite to onboard a lot of people. They said that they managed to do 100K mint, and if you remember prior videos, they are in talks with a music label who wants to give away 100,000 copies of, I assume, a music single. So now we have kind of both sides. We have the technical part that is getting there, and then we have this big music label, I assume, a big artist, who feels confident they can give away 100,000 copies. Why give away? Because Anyway, people can stream it for free. But if they give it away, then they have a contact. They have an email address linked to this user account. Then they can finally capture and connect with their audience. So for them, it's, let's call it a marketing expense to give away 100K. So that's one of the first catalysts that's gonna come. I don't know who the artist is, but if they feel confident they have this kind of pool, then we could get 100,000 new users, and it would be 10% into our goal. The other thing to allow that is the use of promo codes. They've been using them during some conferences. This works. So we can totally imagine a world where maybe the artist put the promo code on a concert ticket or somewhere on their website, somewhere on their socials, or just the link right away. So yeah, that's gonna be a big thing. Little detour. You may remember this movie, How the World Went Ape Shit, which will be another catalyst. So this is with Fremantle US. Fremantle US is part of the Bertelsmann Group. Bertelsmann, an investor of Stuff.io. The other thing that Bertelsmann owns is BMG, which is a huge music label. So they said that they got the connection to Fremantle thanks to Bertelsmann. So it's definitely not a big leap to say that they're gonna connect with BMG thanks to them. BMG, I don't remember what kind of artists they have, but like really, really famous ones. So that could also be a way to get to mass adoption, get to 1 million users, because you get this kind of partnerships. All right. Coming back, to How the World Went Ape Shit. So this is with Fremantle. They did American Idol, America Got Talent, these kind of things. And it was said that they would go hard on marketing. It's funny because we don't have any date for that. I've seen an article online that Josh retweeted. And then, of course, Fremantle and Original Production, the studio doing it, they're talking about it. But so far, that's it. I believe they plan to do some social media campaigns. So maybe we'll see something in our X feed, some ads in there, and so on. It's very crypto-centric, so X would make a lot of sense for that. So here we'll have basically an actual production studio marketing it to their audience, which is not necessarily crypto. So we are breaking out, and we'll have 10,000 units. We don't know the price. It's an actual movie. You can see an hour and a half almost. So question is, out of these 10,000, how many will sell? What's interesting here is that Bored Ape, it's classically EVM, it's Ethereum, and we haven't had an EVM mint for ages. So I think this is also good for Stuff.io in general, that they're gonna get some exposure to that ecosystem with a strong NFT culture, deep pockets, and I don't feel like there's tribalism against Base. I mean, I'm not in the Ethereum ecosystem, but I feel like Base is just an L2 or L3 even of Ethereum. So we could tap into a new audience there, so help us grow. Grow to 1 million users? Probably not, but at least get some crypto users who may then invest in the token or create their own content and so on. So this is also another aspect that we're gonna grow the normal public audience, general audience, but also maybe the core crypto community. Another big thing that's gonna help is what's gonna happen with William Shatner. We don't know what it is. We just know something is planned. There was a picture of Sheila with William Shatner. Are we gonna retrieve this? Maybe not, but never mind. So it looked like she was doing an interview, and so I wonder if this will become an About Stuff episode, because it was said that what Sheila was doing was not the actual thing. Oh, here it is. That they're selling, that this was extra. I see the GoPros here and there, so it kind of looks like an About Stuff episode, so maybe some bonus content for the holders in there. Curious what Bill Shatner will do. If it's some Star Trek stuff, it's very popular, and he already did NFT collections about that sold out super fast. So that may bring a few thousand users. If it's something more on the other side, I believe he plays music. I'm not sure what kind of reach he has there. But the man himself has more than 2 million followers, and it was said that there would be an X space with him. So this will also be good indication to see, okay, his fan base, people following him, how engaged are they? Will they join the space and try to learn? Will they be interested in whatever this man tries to sell? We'll know soon enough. But the point here is that this is a big celebrity. It's a very famous person. And stuff, again, has a connection. And this helps break through the crypto bubble and onto the normal audience. Last thing they said during that Wednesday wrap-up in regards to the business development was that they're also in talk with a sport franchise, a big one, supposedly. I don't know which one, and everything is relative. If it's American football, it's big in America, but not in the rest of the world. So question mark here, but sports is also something that they didn't think about, but the technology applies to. You have sport fans, they're hardcore fans. If they can spend $60 every year to buy a new jersey, surely they can spend less to buy maybe a video, a special interview, a special kind of locker room exclusive footage, with the coach, motivating the team and things like this. So a lot of potential. There are millions of football fans. Sport is very universal. And then we're also in talks with a beverage company. I don't know what to think here. I'm not sure what a beverage company can do, but they do, advertise on TV and different places. So they do produce content in a sense. So I guess they could put that content on stuff.io. So here, to sum up this first part, I'm talking about marketing. So they are in many conferences. They're gonna do this 100,000 copy giveaway with a big music label, probably BMG. They have the Ape movie coming up. So this is for Ethereum and using the marketing influence of Fremantle. They have Shatner as well coming up. So the guy himself has a huge reach. And finally, some other things in the background with sport franchise and beverage. So from the marketing side, a lot of things are coming. And let's not forget, we still have a top 5 publisher to onboard and a top 10 as well. So once we get 60,000 ebooks and that this big 5 is gonna push marketing and put links to stuff.io to buy, then we will definitely reach out a lot of people. Have to imagine that the big 5 works with very famous authors who can sell million copies by themselves. So if they have several of those and 60,000 other ebooks, 1 million users is definitely not crazy. Question is, will they follow technologically? And that's the thing that they're talking about during this Wednesday wrap-up. First of all, from kind of the infrastructure perspective, they need to scale up the website, so this is happening. I don't think it's very hard. Like, how many websites handle millions of visitors? A lot. So I don't think this is like an industry secret. You just need to apply whichever methodology is proven. Then they need to improve the minting process. And this is the reason for EVM, because it's fast, it's cheap. And the other thing is that they need to do mints on demand. Not mint everything in advance, then you buy and it gets distributed to you. But actually, when people ask for it, it gets minted. And the other thing they're working on is how fast the bookshelf loads. You may know that when you connect to your bookshelf, you have the value, your library value. And this is derived by doing a lot of API calls, getting information from the blockchain and everything. And this is very resource intensive. So they're working on making that better. I think there were talks, if not done already, to have an oracle on their side, meaning like a copy of the blockchain on their side. So instead of querying every time, they query internally and save time. So why you need a bookshelf that loads fast? Because when you use the app, well, you don't want to wait 10 seconds for it to load and then type the name of what you want to listen to or what you want to read. So this is part, I would say, of improving the app experience, the media consumption experience. They said that a new app build was coming the week after the Wednesday wrap-up, so it should be out, I guess. So this is also very important. Have an app that isn't buggy and so on. I know people on Discord have been raising issues that, hey, it's skipping chapters, or oh, it forgets my position. One big issue is the caching, because it's not caching. It's just downloading every time. And this is the thing that they need to solve, so that, hey, you can take your app and read while you're on the plane or in the subway or something like this. So app is also another very important aspect that will allow them to onboard more people. And they are definitely working on it. Now, this is what is kind of in progress, what was kind of done, what is kind of confirmed. Now I want to talk about what's to come. Because with what we talked about, between Shatner, the Ape movie, touring at conferences, okay, they may get a few thousand more users. With the 100k NFT giveaway, 100k, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Maybe I'm just pessimistic. I don't think we'll get 100,000 holders by giving away 100,000 NFTs. A few dozen thousands, yes. Maybe 40, 50,000. Sure, I don't know who the artist is, but that's probably possible. But 100k sounds like a lot to me. Again, I'm biased because I'm thinking in crypto terms. But if you look at websites like, hey, Facebook, what, 1 billion users? X probably the same. So, you have 1 billion ebook readers, probably billions of people listening to music. So no, 100k out of that is not so much. But we'll see how powerful the marketing is. So what's next is the other things that they are developing and that are in their roadmap. One important thing is the social side of the app, that people can create a user profile, they can put their favorite books, they can follow each other. This, I think, will also be a catalyst, because once people can share their pages, create communities, when you have the chat rooms where you need to hold the token, the book, to access, you need to have read it to access, then I think it creates a good place for authors to interact with their audiences, and audiences will like the exclusivity of it. Okay, I read all the books, I earned it, so I can talk in there with the author. This, I think, will be powerful. So this is being built at the moment. You can have your own page, your own username, you can add your socials as well in there. More to develop. It doesn't seem very complicated, to be honest. You have a lot of social media websites, social platforms. So I think it's just a matter of investing time. The other big thing will be lending media. Because if we look at Libby, it's a library app. Basically, if you have a library card in the US, I imagine, you can listen to ebooks and to listen to audiobooks and read ebooks for free, like if you would rent them from your library. And look at this, 10 million downloads. So here, a lot of people. And Josh and Ben mentioned many times that they are talking with libraries, because libraries have the same issue that, hey, they bought an ebook, and then, they lost the license. And apparently there's some kind of war going on between the right holders and the libraries. So book.io here comes up as a real alternative, and I'm sure a lot of libraries would prefer paying to have those books and really have them rather than just rights. So this would be a lot of buying pressure. Remember, with everything that is bought, a portion is used to buy back stuff tokens and burn them. So here there's a lot of potential, okay, for the token, but especially for user onboarding. People want to read for free. I think the majority of people, they don't want to own, they just want to consume for free. That's why YouTube is so popular. They don't want to pay. And I believe that with this lending ability, functionality, then book.io will be able to attract those people. Like, the narrative won't be, hey, you own, it has value. It will be, hey, someone owns it and they can lend it to you. So access anything for free. And you can imagine, Big Five publisher comes in. You have the latest books. And hey, I buy this book of my favorite author because I just want to support the writer. And the book, I don't know, was released a month ago and oh, I read it. What do I do with it? Well, I can put it out. And I feel like this would be really a competitive advantage, that book.io would become the place where you can access any book that this Big Five is selling. Doesn't matter when it was released. It's not only like public domain or old books. It can be anything. So literally you don't need to buy anymore. You need to wait a bit and use this app. This, I think, will be very powerful. And no, technically the way to get there, we also talked about it during the Wednesday wrap-up, was this famous Onyx database. So Onyx is where you have all the data for all ebooks and audiobooks. And they created a connection to it so that when the Big Five comes in, or any other publisher, they put their books, and book.io is able to tap into this database, get all the data, how many words, who is the writer, when was it published, these kind of things, and create automatically the selling page on book.io. And this is the other thing that they need to automate, so that once they ingest literally dozens of thousands of books, then the website is ready, you can mint right away. So you see how the technological part needs to support the commercial one. They actually mentioned that they would be ingesting the catalog of Wiley. Wiley, it's the For Dummies series. They're actually quite big in terms of sales. I asked Grok how they rank in terms of publishing. The only thing it found is from 2017, that in terms of units sold, they ranked 12. So pretty big, and they're also specialized into kind of research papers, scientific journals, and like education. So, it's not like romance and they can sell a lot, it's a bit more specific. So pretty good. And here it's 21,000 books which will come. There is a giveaway, AI for Dummies on book.io. So we're gonna see more of that. Then it's not only Wiley, it's also Ingram, who's very interested in selling their printed books through book.io. And this is also interesting in the sense that they have 30 million titles. I don't know how they have the IP rights. I'm not sure if all is public domain. Don't ask me, but it's the number that was given again, that they want to put those 30 million books printable on book.io. And this is huge because Ingram is very big by themselves, but it means we can attract people who want physical books. And hey, here you have the physical one, and maybe we can bundle the DEA, the ebook one. And then, now you became a user because you start to consume on the platform. Not sure if people who only buy print books will count as users, but they will definitely count as customers. And now imagine that you're in a place, you go to a website, you have 30 million physical books to choose from, probably around 80,000 Wiley plus the Big Five, or maybe we can add the top 10, maybe we can say 20,000 more, so 100,000 ebooks to choose from. It's like a normal website, it's like anything else. For sure you will find what you want. So the end vision, it definitely works. They have the connections, they have a lot of content coming in. Technical side, they are working through it. Question now is, will they make it this year? And here, I don't know. I think scaling the website is definitely possible. It's been done. Minting process, bookshelf, yeah, I trust them. They did 100,000 NFT mint on EVM. So if you have a million users coming in and everyone is buying something, it looks like they can manage it. With Base, they will do it. I don't doubt. Now the question is, okay, all this marketing they do, all those partnerships which are confirmed, so William Shatner, the Ape movie, will they bring in that many people? The 100k NFT giveaway, will it bring 100k people? I'm not sure. Like, I honestly have no idea. It seems like, it's so far away, if you want, that it's hard to believe we're gonna get there. And that's why Josh mentioned that he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders. I think that with this 100k NFT giveaway, also this Ape movie, if the experience is not good, then it's a big missed opportunity. But if it works, it tells the, let's call it the TV content industry, a big message that, hey, you can make movies, videos, you can sell them, make more money. Documentaries are known for being a terrible business model. So here, if they sell 10,000 copies, I don't know, $10, let's say, so it's 100k. Will it cover the cost of the movie? Probably not, but it's probably gonna help. Mind you, there will be a standard edition coming later, so maybe they'll make back some money with that. So, okay, movie industry, we have something. Music industry, it's coming. William Shatner is more like general celebrities who want to capitalize on their fame. So maybe something there. People with millions of followers talking about stuff. Yes, they can bring people. At the same time, I remember about, what was her name? This TikToker with 4 million followers who sold this video jumping on a trampoline, and she sold like 400, I think, videos, or 100. But definitely not 1,000, even though she has 4 million followers. So, how does followers translate to consumers? It's not that obvious. Anyway, so I just wanted to go through, a mix of tech wrap-up and scalability. The potential is definitely there. When you look at the Libby app with 10 million downloads, yeah, people want to read for free. So then we just need the catalog. Why I'm unsure is that Big Five have been talking about it since end of last year, maybe with Catalyst. We still know nothing. So, okay, Onyx is gonna be ready. How fast can they ingest 60,000 books? I feel like Big Five may not happen this year. It's like, I have no idea again, but hey, come on, we're in July, we don't know anything. To be fair, the Catalyst funds haven't been released, so maybe that's what's holding things up, not sure. But yeah, it looks like Big Five, maybe not this year. So that's why the 1 million users, I feel like I don't believe it. I would be happily surprised, but I'm rather pessimistic. But that being said, there will be a big growth. 100k, yes, that I believe. Now we're tapping into EVM, then we have this big music giveaway, some celebrities, we're gonna grow. And 100k, then it's much more than what we have now. And then maybe it will be easier to onboard Wiley with their 21,000 books. Maybe the top 10 will be easier than the Big Five. So I feel like at the end of the year, we will not be at 1 million, but we'll be at least 100,000, which is huge growth already. And then add the social side, people creating communities and everything, then it's big. So to sum up, my point here is that 1 million users, probably not this year. 100k, I believe. But then it doesn't really matter if it's this year or the next one or the one after that, because they have the ability, they have the partnerships, they have all the connections. It's just a matter, okay, improve the app, have more content. Well, everything is coming, it's just a matter of time. So for me, even if they don't make it this year, I really don't care, because they will make it eventually. So as always, I just wait, watch from the sidelines, see what's happening. And it's beautiful. William Shatner coming up, big name. There will be others. And hey, we have Rare Evo in 2 weeks, more or less, where they're supposed to have big announcements. So there's that too. And one very last thing that I just saw this morning was, Charles Hoskinson talking about this audit, about this ADA redemption that they did in Japan's kind of sale, and that so it's saying here it's going to have a special fucking edition on book.io because fuck those trolls. And I mean, I'm not sure how many people will buy an audit, to be honest, but you have someone, again, with millions of followers putting stuff on book. And he was also talking about his Nike, his pig retro gaming thing that should be on stuff.io, kind of NES homebrew games. So if stuff pivots to indie games, that can be pretty cool too. So again, another area where they can develop and get more people. So you see, they have the killer case, the killer business case. Just a matter of getting there. All right, this was a long monologue. It's good to be back. It has been a while. Not sure when the next video will be. I guess after Rare Evo, I hope we'll get some big announcements and we can talk about it. Until then, thank you very much for watching, for commenting, liking, sharing. I appreciate all the support, and I'll be very happy to see you next time. Take care.